The Woodstock River Bandits are on the air. From Falcon Field on the campus of Central High School in Woodstock, Virginia, it is the 2025 Valley Baseball League and the Woodstock River Bandits. Tonight, the Bandits host the Winchester Royals. Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig Orndorff. Glad to be with you tonight. As the Bandits come in holding a slim lead in the Northern Division, they're a half a game up on Strasburg. Woodstock is 19-9. The Royals are the third place team. They're 4 back. They have a mark of 16-14. Winchester has won 4 straight games. It's a little bit of a skid here lately for the Bandits, as they had a little working lead a few days ago. But like I said, now a half a game lead over Strasburg, who's gotten hot, as the Express have won 6 straight games. All right, on the mound tonight for the Bandits, it will be Brixton Lofgren. Lofgren, a right-hander, 6 feet tall, from the University of Miami. And he is from Miami, Florida. And he gets the ball tonight, entering with a 3-0 record and a 2.50 ERA, making his 4th start and 5th appearance overall. And here's the order that he will face tonight. Leading off and playing center field, it's Jamie Padilla. Third baseman is Ben Jones. He hits second. Batting third, the DH Cole Meyer. Parker Fry, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Then it's Todd Abraham, the second baseman, hitting 5th. 6th, Trenton Lombardo, the catcher. 7th, A.J. Lambriciano, and shortstop. As we are underway, as the first pitch is popped up into shallow right center field. Second baseman Luke Keister back on it, and he hauls it in as Padilla retired on the first pitch of the game at 6:06.
Third baseman number 14, Fenton Jones.
So 1 pitch and 1 out. Finishing out the batting order for Winchester, Ian Kaiser in right field will hit 8th, and batting 9th is Troy Davis, the left fielder. All right, now it's Ben Jones, left-hander, and he takes the ball. One-oh pitch is chopped. High bounce to second. Keister fields and throws in one motion over to first to get Ben Jones for out number 2. Well, he pounded that off the plate and it went high in the air. A nice play by Keister at second, who has been in on the first 2 plays tonight. Now it's Cole Meyer, the DH, with 2 outs, nobody on. Righty Cole Meyer out of Chattahoochee Valley Community College. And he looks at a breaking ball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And Lofgren quickly ahead, 0-2. It is Mike Bocock night tonight, the manager of the River Bandits, being celebrated. Here's a looper into center field, and that's going to drop in. A little fister with 2 strikes. Drops in for Cole Meyer, who came in hitting 167.
Now batting, senior from
2 for 20, 2 for 12, now 3 for 13 with a 2-out hit. Yep, Mike Bocock has been involved in Valley League baseball for 37 years. Here's Parker Fry, the first baseman, and he looks at a fastball a little bit low. Defensively for Woodstock tonight, Christian Toledo's in left, Jordan Evans in center, JT Andorowski in right. On the infield, it's Hayes Carley at third, shortstop Will Tippett, Luke Keister at second, Barrett Eldridge at first. Here's another flare into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So back-to-back little loopers for Winchester. Has them with a little 2-out rally here in the first.
Next up, junior from Binghamton University,
Parker Fry from East Stroudsburg.
Abraham.
Flops one in there. Now it's Todd Abraham, the second baseman. Right-handed batter from Binghamton. Batting .284 with a home run and 14 RBIs. Lofgren deals a strike at the knees. It's Brady Whitaker behind the plate tonight for the Bandits. And again, Brixton Lofgren on the rubber. All right, one strike. Setting the pitch. Low and away. Off speed evens the count at 1-1. Fastball fisted over our heads. And off the top of the press box. Yeah, it did get the pole too, didn't it? A ricochet right off the overhang of the roof above us. We sit at first base, field level. 1-2 pitch, and that is in the air. This is trouble into right field, and down for a base hit. Run coming to the plate. Here's the throw, not in time. And 3 fisters with 2 outs, and a run is on the board.
Next up, sophomore from LaSalle University, pitcher number 28.
As a pitcher, you just, okay, 1, but 3 in a row. Eldridge did all he could, sprinted back on it, but beyond his glove. The ball hadn't been hit hard yet by Winchester, but they're up 1-0 and still hitting. Trenton Lombardo now. He hits the hardest ball of the inning, and that's through into left field for a base hit. They will not attempt to score the run, as it is Toledo jumping on it and getting it back in quickly. That's 4 straight singles for Winchester. Lombardo with that opposite field hit. Like I said, that's the
shortstop number 17, AJ
best struck ball yet.
Luciano.
All right, so now they're loaded with 2 outs. And it's the shortstop, AJ Labriciano. Right-handed hitter from Ryder. And looks at a breaking ball 0-1. Labriciano, .278 average with 8 driven in. 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, and that is strike 2. Nothing in 2. Swing and a miss. He got him on a breaking ball, and the inning comes to an end. 4 straight singles with 2 outs, and the Royals are on the board. Winchester won. Winchester won. The Bandits coming up. Winchester puts up one in the first inning. So here come the Bandits to the plate. Here's their order. Jordan Evans leading off and playing center field. It's Luke Keister batting second. He's the second baseman. Batting third is Will Tippett, the shortstop. Cleanup is the right fielder, J.T. Andorowski. Barrett Eldridge at first base, bats fifth. Eli Hudgens is the DH tonight. He's in the sixth spot. Batting seventh is Christian Toledo, the left fielder. Catcher Brady Whitaker hits eighth, and ninth is the third baseman, Hayes Carley. And on the mound tonight for Winchester, Antonio Sansone. He's a 6-foot left-hander from Stockton, out of New Jersey. He's from Belford, New Jersey. Sansone's 1-0 with a save, 4.00 ERA. Making his eighth appearance and first start.
Number 44, Jordan Evans.
He has worked 9 innings this summer, 6 hits, 4 earned runs. That explains the 4 even ERA. He has walked 9 and struck out 11. And the left-hander goes to work on Jordan Evans, Bandit center fielder. And a tie for a ball. Jordan, right-handed batter from Mississippi College, 6 feet tall. Swing and lifts one into left field. Backing up on it is Davis. He's under it, and there's one gone. Luke Keister steps in now.
Next up, senior from Shenandoah University, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
All right, here's Keister. 5'9" right-hander from Shenandoah. Takes the ball up and away. Luke's batting .302 with 15 RBIs. Swings and fouls it back. It's 1-1. A very warm evening. Not really any cloud cover to help out. Temperature is near 90 today. But no rain. Pitch high and away. 2-1. Pitch is fouled back. That was up in the zone. That was ball 3. And Luke knows it. But now we'll go to work with a 2-2 count. Left-handing throwing Antonio Sansone. Kicks and deals, and that bounces in. Three and 2. Oh, Mike Bocock returns to the third base box tonight. That's Mike Bocock night. I guess he has to do some sort of work. Can't just sit around. Three-two pitch called strike 3. Keister thought it was ball 4. That rung up.
Next up, senior from the College of Charleston.
The second out of the inning.
Number 12, Will Tippett.
Now it's Will Tippett. Well, the Royals rallied with 2 outs in the first. Let's see if the Bandits can do the same. Tippett from the College of Charleston, 6'1" right-hander. And he's hit by a pitch. Lower part of the leg, right around the ankle. A little bit of hobble as he heads to first. And the ball came down and in from Sansone.
Now batting, senior from DeSales University, right fielder, number 7, J.T. Andorowski.
That's the 9th time this season that Tippett has been hit by a pitch. 33rd time this year that the Royals have hit a batter. All right, so the inning goes on here for the cleanup man, JT Andorowski. That's low and away. JT, a left-handed swinger. 6'1" from DeSales. Batting .330. 17 runs driven in. That's a team best. And a throw over to first. Back in standing is Tippett. That's low and away. Two balls, no strikes. That one right in there. 2-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 2 outs, man at first. Royals up 1-0 early. Two-1. That is lined, and that'll get down to center off the end of the bat. Well, Winchester had a bunch of those 3 in a row in the first. Oh, theirs were off the fist, though.
Next up, senior from Young Harris College, first baseman
That one from JT off the end, but
Dredge.
That falls in there. I'll bring up Barrett Eldridge with 2 on and 2 gone. Eldridge, 6'4", right-hander from Young Harris. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He was geared up. Looking for heat, got it. Runners are going. Pitch is down and in, and no chance for the catcher, Lombardo. A breaking ball down and in, so Tippett and Andorowski move up. Great jump. Tippett led the way. And JT paying attention, so he's down at second. 1-1. Eldridge swings and misses. More high heat. A couple of pitches that he swung at were out of the zone, up around the shoulders. So 1-2. Sansone ready and deals, and swung on and skied to left field. Way up there. Davis coming in and makes the grab. All right, Bandits get 2 on. Leave them out there. We're through 1. Winchester 1, Woodstock nothing. One nothing Winchester as we go to the top of the second inning. 8-9-1 for the Royals. Ian Kaiser, Troy Davis, and Jamie Padilla. Brixton Lofgren misses up and away. There's a line shot into center and down for a base hit, and it skips past, takes a crazy hop and gets past Evans. Runner going to second. Here's a throw, and in time with the slide is Ian Kaiser. Ball got out there and
junior from East Stroudsburg University.
took a carom on Evans. That'll be a double.
Davis.
So 5 hits now for the Royals. Here's Troy Davis, the left fielder. So Ian Kaiser from Binghamton out there at second base to lead off this second inning. Troy Davis from East Stroudsburg looks at ball 1 high. Breaking ball low and away. Fastball misses, now 3-0. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Three and one. Pitch is swung on and lifted to center. Evans around it, coming in, makes the catch. Runner tags and holds on as Jordan guns it on one hop right to third base.
Now batting center fielder number 4, Jamie Padilla.
So 1 away. Now it's Jamie Padilla. Popped out into short right center field. The second baseman Keister to lead off the game. Padilla, he's from Shenandoah. Right-hander, 5'9". And he's from Winchester. Throw back to second. Kaiser back in with a dive. Padilla came in hitting .310 with a couple of home runs and 17 RBIs. Good lead at second. Runner going. Pitch is a strike. Throw to third is not in time. It was high from Whitaker. But Kaiser stole that off the pitcher. So right after Lofgren tried to pick him off, Kaiser takes third base. All right, 0-1. Corners are up for Woodstock. Off-speed pitch misses. 1-1. Good breaking ball. Padilla out in front. Ball 2 strikes. Pitch, another breaking ball. Chopped to third. This will get the run in. Fielded by Carley. Throws on to first to get Padilla, but he gets the RBI as Kaiser scores.
Next up, third baseman number
So you usually want to hit the other way,
Jones.
or at least up the middle. He pulled it right to the third baseman, but it was such a high chopper. Kaiser could score. Now it's Ben Jones with the bases empty. And he first pitch swings and rolls it to short. Charging is Tippett over to first, and that's the inning. But one more for the Royals. And here in the middle of 2, they're up 2-0. All right, bottom of the second, Bandits trailing 2-0. They have 6, 7, and 8. Eli Hudgens, Christian Toledo, Brady Whitaker hitting against Antonio Sansone. Throws a fastball past Hudgens. He's the DH tonight. Switch hitter, batting righty against the lefty Sansone. 5'11" out of Radford. Lifted into right field. Easy one out there for Kaiser. He's got it. And one out here in the second.
Next up, senior from
Brings
Wayland
up the
Baptist
left fielder,
University. Left fielder,
Christian
number 21,
Toledo.
Christian Toledo.
Right-handed hitting Toledo, 6 feet tall from Wayland Baptist. Looks at a heater in there for a strike. Sansone, as I mentioned, mainly a reliever. Making his first start. So far, not bad. Southpaw deals and misses. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Swing and a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Toledo with the second hit for the Bandits here tonight. Looked like a ball down and in. And he shot into center field.
Batting senior from Bradford University. Pitcher
Brings
number
up Brady
42,
Whitaker.
Brady Whitaker.
Here's Brady. Bandits catcher tonight, right-hander, 5'7" from Radford. Throw over to first. One out, one on for Woodstock. Breaking ball downstairs to Whitaker. Whitaker just 1 for 7. He wasn't available for much of June, but looks like he's here full time for July for the stretch run here. And again, the Bandits lead down to a half game over Strasburg in the Northern Division. Another throw to first. Toledo is 8 for 9 in steals. Has a good lead. Pitch low and away. Sansone went slide step there on Christian. And it's now 2-1 to Whitaker. Strike, take that back. It was a 2-0 pitch there. 2-0 was the count. Now 2-1 as Whitaker takes a strike. Sansone kicks and deals. That's upstairs. Now 3-1. Three-one offering. That is in there for a strike. We'll count. We'll see if Mike Bocock gets Toledo going here on a 3-2 count with one down. He's going. Swing is bounce foul and off the roof. The River Bandits dugout, third base side. Yeah, some balloons decorating the field tonight in orange and green in celebration of Mike Bocock. This is his final year managing here in the Valley. Toledo goes again, but it's ball 4 inside. That'll put 2 on with 1 out for Hayes Carley.
Next up, senior from William Carey University. Third baseman, number 0, Hayes Carly.
Carly out of William Carey, right-handed batter. Hitting 200, 2 for 10. 3 RBIs. Line drive, that's going to be a double play. Right to the shortstop, and Toledo gets doubled off. That was a bullet, but right there was Labriciano. And no chance at all for Toledo to get back in time. And a line drive double play ends the inning. 2-0 Winchester after 2. Two 0 Winchester leading Woodstock. We move to the third inning. 3, 4, and 5 for the Royals. Cole Meyer first pitch swinging. Rolled her down to third. Carly with a little bobble, but in time to recover and throw to first to get Meyer, who singled back in the first inning. And one away.
Next up, first baseman, number 27.
Here's Parker Fry.
Fry.
He was part of that 3 looping single hit first inning. Parker Fry, left-handed batter, East Stroudsburg from Bethlehem, PA. And he fouls it straight back. Fry came in hitting .250 with a couple of home runs and 21 RBIs. 0-1 is popped up. That's on the infield, right side. First baseman's calling it. That's Barrett Eldridge. He squeezes, and there's 2 away. Say, all right, 2 down. Here's Todd Abraham. He's dropped in a single in right field for an RBI in the first. Out of Binghamton. Hometown is Rome, New York, and he looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Curveball low. They appeal the swing, but he didn't go. Abraham, that was his 15th RBI on the season. Brixton Lofgren. 1-1 pitch and gets a strike. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. He chased a bad ball, but it caroms away a long way away. Whitaker gets up, throws to first, but not in time.
Now batting pitcher number 20.
So Abraham swung at it.
Lombardo.
Ball so bad that it was in the dirt. So strikeout, wild pitch. Puts him on, and Trenton Lombardo. He singled to left field his first time up, and the lefty goes the other way, but foul this time down in the Bandits bullpen. Lombardo, left-handed batter from LaSalle, 6'1". Well, he's from Thousand Oaks, California. He is 1 for 2 since joining the Royals and looks at an off-speed pitch outside, 1-1. Two outs, runner at first. Breaking ball misses. Another breaking ball on that one. Doesn't get the call. Must have stayed outside. 3-1 now. Trent Lombardo swings and hits one deep to right center field. Way back there, and it is on the hill and gone. 2 out hits doing in Brixton Lofgren, and Trenton Lombardo leaned into one there and puts it out to right center field, and it's now 4-0. And the inning continued because Todd Abraham swung at a ball in the dirt. Brady Whitaker couldn't corral. Foul ball from A.J. Labriciano. He struck out back in the first inning. Tapper off the plate. Going to be a tough play at third. Hayes Carley picks it up, throws, but no chance. Essentially a swinging bunt there. So the hit total now up to 7.
Now batting right fielder number 35. Ian
4 of them.
Kaiser.
Real wimpy. And one was a big blast from Trenton Lombardo. There's a foul ball off the bat of Ian Kaiser. He got a bad hop double in the second. You know, it was a legit single, but the bad hop gave him an extra base. That's a ball foul off to the right side. Hope it didn't hit any cars over there. Didn't sound like it. 0-2. Kaiser, another from Binghamton. Lefty, 5'10", from Montville, New Jersey. Runner goes on 0-2, pitches a ball, throw down, tag, and got him. Whitaker to tip it. And Labriciano out stealing. But the 2-run bomb by Lombardo gives Winchester a 4-0 lead. Middle of 3. Bandits down 4-0 as they bat here in the bottom of the third inning. And it's the top of the order. Jordan Evans, Luke Keister, and Will Tippett. Ball 1 to Evans, who flied out to left field his first time up. Sansone. This is high, 2-0. Evans out of Mississippi College from Northport, Alabama. Whew. As we sweat it out here in the evening sun. Hoping for a little cloud cover, but we ain't getting it. And the batters are looking toward the sun, too. It hasn't hurt Winchester. There's a bobble there at third on a hot smash, but Jordan Evans is going to beat it out. Jones fielded it. It was right to him, but he couldn't get the handle on it. That'll be an error. First error of the game. And leadoff man on for the Bandits. Let's see if they can start chipping away here.
Number 1, Luke Keister.
That's Luke Keister. Struck out looking in the first. Fouls it back. Antonio Sansone. There's a bunt by Keister, first base side, fielded barehanded by the pitcher and flips just in time to get Keister at first. Good bunt by Keister. If he gets it past the pitcher, he's on, and he almost made it anyway, but Sansone, the left-hander, falling off third base side.
Next up, shortstop, number 12.
And
Will Tippett.
had to stop and scamper back to get that, but he did, and just did get Keister. But it's a sacrifice. And a man at second base here for Will Tippett. He was hit by a pitch first time. Runner goes. Pitch is a ball high. Throw down to third, not in time. So a steal for Jordan Evans. Jordan now 13 for 13 in steals. Tippett takes upstairs. 2-0. Will Tippett, 6'1" right-hander, College of Charleston out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. And breaking ball inside to Will. 3-0. There's a fastball in the inside corner, 3-1. Woodstock has won the previous 4 matchups against Winchester, but the Royals out front here. 4-0 as we play in the bottom of the third, but Bandits do have a man at third base with 1 out. Fastball high, and it gets off the catcher's glove, and Evans thought about it, but put on the brakes. And Tippett's aboard for the second time. Puts him in at the corners for JT Andorowski.
Now batting right fielder, number 7, JT Andorowski.
Left-handed batting JT from DeSales out of Warrington, Pennsylvania. Fouls it back. Andorowski entered batting .330 with 17 RBIs. Team best 17 driven in. Has them at first and third here. Runner at first goes. Pitch is a ball and no throw. Second steal for Tippett tonight. He's in scoring position. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. One ball, two strikes. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Sansone ready and deals, and that's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second and third, 1 out. Winchester up 4-0. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on something away. More of a protective swing.
Baseman, number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
And Orosky was just trying to foul it off. So now 2 down. Here's Barrett Eldridge. Fly to left. First time up. He had men at second and third then as well. Looks the breaking ball low. Eldridge from Young Harris out of Brookhaven, Georgia. 182 average coming in. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs, and takes a cut and pops it up into shallow right, backing up second baseman Abraham. He's got it, and that's the inning. More left on. That's 5 stranded through 3 for Woodstock. They trail 4-0 after 3. All right, leading off here in the 4th inning, Ian Kaiser drops down a bunt for a base hit. Third base line.
Next up, the fielder, number 18.
And used his speed to beat it out. Second hit for Kaiser. So leadoff man on here for Winchester as they lead at 4-0 in the 4th. As Brixton Lofgren continues to work. Breaking ball low and away to Troy Davis, who flied to center his first time. There's a strike. Good lead at first by Kaiser. Draws a throw and he dives back in. There's a line shot into right center. That's in the gap, and that's going all the way to the fence. Kaiser rounding third. Here comes the throw to the relay man. He's getting waved home. Relay to the plate and not in time. Ball caroms away. A one hopper to Whitaker. Hit off his mask and deflected away, and that allowed Troy Davis to move up to third. So a double.
Now batting center fielder.
And then the E, that's going to be E4. That's now 5-0. And Jamie Padilla popped to second, grounded to third. That brought in a run. So now 5-0. Woodstock moves the infield in here. Nobody out, man at third base. Padilla looks at a breaking ball. Well, Woodstock losers of 4 of their last 6 and down 5-0 here in the 4th. Pitch is high. Meanwhile, Strasburg has won 6 in a row, so they're just a half a game back right now. Padilla chops one foul at third. Two and one. A run in every inning for the Royals so far. 1 in the first and second, 2 in the third, and 1 up on the board right now here in the 4th. There's a breaking ball that misses. 3-1 now. Pitch. That misses inside for ball 4. So Padilla is aboard. Now it's Ben Jones. Third baseman is grounded to second and grounded to short. Well, Mike Bocock night, nothing much to celebrate so far, at least on the field. 5-0 here in the 4th, and 2 are on with nobody out. Runner at first goes. Pitch is a ball. No chance for Whitaker. So Padilla down at second. His 11th stolen base. Swinging a tapper right at the plate for Ben Jones from Lynchburg University. Left-hander, 5'10", from Durham, North Carolina. One pitch. That misses. Well, just the Woodstock pitching has not been up to par of late. Lofgren hurt with some scratch base hits early in the game, but Winchester's hit a few on the screws too. All right, 2-2. Swing and down the right field line. That will be down for a base hit. 1 run will score. And Dorosky was a ways off the line and couldn't get to it, and it dropped in. Davis scored. Padilla had to hold up, so he stops at third, and Ben Jones in with an RBI single. It's now 6-0. Like I said, the Bandits still struggling of late, and now down 6-0. And a visit to the mound here by Tyler Bocock. And someone had just started throwing lightly down in the pen. Didn't have a catcher down there ready, it looked like. But this one's gotten ugly early. 2 across here for the Royals. Up 6-0 and still batting with nobody out. Men at the corners. Padilla at third, Jones at first. Swinging a line drive screamer foul. The bat of Cole Myers, a single and a ground out. Meyer from Chattahoochee Valley Community College from Savannah, Georgia. 0-1. Runner at first goes. Pitch is high and tight. Throw down to second. They cut it off. They throw home and safe as the ball pops out of the glove of Whitaker. The throw was off the mark. There's a little collision there with Padilla coming in. And as the ball got away from Brady, Ben Jones got up and moved on down to third. So Jones took off. Tippett came in front and cut off the throw, went back home as Padilla came in to score, and he was in ahead of the throw. And then with the collision, it popped the ball out of Whitaker's glove. So Jones moved up to third. I guess we have to go E2 there. And it's now 7-0. There's a swing and a miss. A good breaking ball, 1-2. A 3-run fourth inning. Another breaking ball. They appeal the swing. Yes, says the first base umpire. So one away.
Next up, first baseman number 27.
As Meyer was ruled
Parker
to have
Fry.
offered at a breaking ball in the dirt. So now it's Parker Fry. Single and a pop out. One gone, man at third. There's a strike. Ground ball up the middle, past the diving Tippett, and into center field. Infield was in. Second hit of the game for Parker Fry as Jones trots home.
Now batting second baseman number
And it's now
33, Todd Abraham.
8-0. Todd Abraham, the second baseman's 2 for 2. He's 1 for 2. RBI single, and then reached when he swung at a pitch in the dirt. And he's late on a pitch there. Foul tipped at 0-1. Abraham, that's the classic making the wrong move at the right time. He swung at a ball in the dirt and wound up reaching first base because of it. Here's a bouncer over to the left side, past the diving third baseman Carley into left field. As the hit parade continues. And that's going to do it for Brixton Lofgren. Came in with a 3-0 record and a 2.50 ERA. Teams were hitting 197 against him. But he gives up 11 base hits here tonight and 3 1/3. And new arm coming in here for the River Bandits. We'll tell you about him here in just a minute. All right, Alex Pazos in relief for the Bandits, the left-hander, 6'2" from Miami-Dade out of Hialeah, Florida. Comes in with runners at first and second. One out, 8-0 Winchester. Trenton Lombardo, a single and a home run. And he looks at strike one. Lombardo out of LaSalle. Hit the 9th home run for the, take that back, hit home run number 16 for the Royals this summer. 0-1. Pazos works, breaking ball. Bounce to first. Only play is going to be first base for Eldridge. He looked at second, but he'll go to the bag himself to get Lombardo for out number 2. Fry up to third, or Abraham to second.
Now batting shortstop number 17, A.J. Labriciano.
Now it's a shortstop. A.J. Labriciano. Strikeout and an infield single. Pazos works and misses up and away. Alex making his 9th appearance. And misses outside. Trying to keep it right here. See if the Bandits can get some runners in. They have stranded 5. They've had opportunities first 3 at bats, but nobody in. Winchester has done just the opposite. Here's a ball fisted foul off to the right side. Two one. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Two and two to Labriciano. That's up and away. And we'll go full. Brixton Lofgren, some bad luck in the first inning after 2 outs. Made 3 good pitches that turned into 3 base hits. They were just loopers into the outfield. But Winchester didn't let up. And they finally chase him here in the 4th. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Pazos gets a strikeout at Labriciano to end the frame, but 4 up there for Winchester. Middle of 4. Royals 8. River Bandits nothing. All right, bottom of the fourth. Bandits trailing it here, 8-0. And it's Antonio Sansone back to work. Misses high ball to Eli Hudgens. He led off the second inning and flied to right. Inside, he turns away from it. Eli out of Radford from Easley, South Carolina. Fastball high, 3-0. Hudgens 2 for 6 since joining the Bandits. They had 3-0 from the lefty Sansone. That one's right down the middle. Yeah, if you're Winchester, you just want your pitcher to throw strikes here. You're up 8-0. Pump them in there. (3-1). Couldn't stop chasing a high fastball. Hudgens went too far. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Here it is. And strike 3 called. Fastball. Hudgens thought it was wide, but rung up. One gone here in the fourth.
Next up, left fielder, number 21.
Third strikeout for Sansone.
Toledo.
Going to bring up Christian Toledo. He's singled back in the second inning. One of their 2 hits so far. And looks at a fastball for a strike. Breaking ball downstairs. 1-1. Sansone's like the old style drop and drive pitchers. Tom Seaver like. Get that shin low to the ground if not touching the dirt. Pitch goes to the backstop. Threw it hard, but nowhere near. 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Toledo. Christian fouls it off. Toledo from Wayland Baptist, hails from the Bronx, New York. Two-two offering on the way. Swing and a miss. Something off speed, and Toledo swings through it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sansone here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now it's Brady Whitaker.
Catcher, number 42, Brady Whitaker.
He walked back in the second. And breaking ball in for a strike. Brady plays for the Highlanders of Radford. Comes from Ridgely, West Virginia. Winchester does have somebody getting loose right now, a right-hander. Another hard throw by Sansone that goes to the backstop. 1-1. Pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. So Brady with a 2-out single. I'll bring up Hayes Carley, lined into a double play back in the second inning.
Now batting third baseman, number 0, Hayes Carley.
Hayes Carley out of William Carey from Columbia, Mississippi. First pitch swinging, bouncing ball right to the shortstop. Labriciano fields and gets the force at second, and that's the inning. We're through 4. It's Winchester 8, Woodstock nothing. All right, we play in the 5th inning now. Winchester leading Woodstock 8-0. Ian Kaiser leading off and looks at a strike from Alex Pazos. Kaiser has led off in his last 2 at-bats. He's gotten hits both times, a double and a bunt single, and he's hit by a pitch there on a ball that didn't break, came in and glanced off his leg. All right, now it's Troy Davis. Flied to center and then doubled in a run. Davis shoots one into right field, a base hit. Royals have brought their bats tonight. That's their 12th hit. He came in batting .254. Troy Davis himself, .324 average coming in. He's now 2 for 3. All right, back to the top of the order, and Jamie Padilla, 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Couple of steals, including one of home. Pazos with a breaking ball, misses. 1-0. Throws a fastball by him, does Pazos. One ball, one strike. Padilla plays for the Hornets of Shenandoah University in Winchester. 1-1 pitch. That's low. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. First and second, nobody out. 8-0 Winchester here in the fifth. Pazzo steals and a foul ball back by Padilla. And Bandits had won 9 in a row. They were doing everything right, getting pitching, getting hitting. But they've dropped 4 of their last 6. And they've given up some runs, that's for sure. 2-2 pitch. That's down and away. A couple of games it's been a lot of walks, but tonight it's been just flat out hitting by the Royals. Now 3-2 to Padilla. Full count delivery. That is outside. And the bases are loaded.
Next up, third baseman number 14, Benton Jones.
I bring up Ben Jones, the third baseman. 1 for 3, drove in a run in the 4th inning. All right, Bandits bring the infield in here, trailing 8-0. Breaking ball misses low, 1-0. I'm going to get a little thin cloudiness with the setting sun to help us out a little bit. One ball to Jones out of Lynchburg. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. As I mentioned, Bandits lead down to a half game here in the Northern Division with Winchester 4 back. Ball and a strike. Pitch in the dirt. 2-1. There's a right-hander throwing for Woodstock. Then it's Percival and Front Royal and Newmarket rounding out the bottom half of the division. Two and one. Fastball catches the outside corner. 2-2. Royals on every base. 2-2. Way outside. Goes to the backstop. And holding there was Kaiser at third as it came right back off the pad behind home plate. All right, 3-2. Payoff pitch, Bazos to Jones. Here it comes, and that misses outside, and he walked in a run, and it's down 9-0.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Second RBI for Jones.
Meyer.
Now it's Cole Meyer, the DH. 1 for 3, dropped in a single in the first inning. That ball's downstairs, 1-0. One ball. Fastball at the knees. And a strike, 1-1 to Alex Pazos, or from Alex Pazos to Cole Meyer. Well, Pazos came in the 4th inning, retired the 2 men he faced to finish out that inning, but hit a batter, given up a hit, and has walked the last 2. 1-1. That's at the kneecaps. 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming, and that misses low and away. Evens the count at 2-2. It's 9-0 Winchester. They've scored in every inning. Single runs in the first and second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 1 up in the fifth. The bases loaded and nobody out. Pitch. Hit hard. Oh, off the diving glove of Keister at second. That'll score a run. Keister laid out for it.
Next up, first baseman number 27.
Hit off his glove.
Fry.
Wasn't able to haul it in. And now 10-0. And the base is still loaded. Here's Parker Fry. He's got a couple of hits, driven in one. Pazos missing high. One and 0. That's in there for a strike. Looking at the Southern Division, Harrisonburg has a 4.5 game lead. They now have the best record in the Valley League at 20-9. They're 4.5 clear of Stanton. Charlottesville's 5 games back, and then Culpeper 5.5. And Waynesboro and Covington bringing up the rear. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. 1-2. Just one game played last night. Harrisonburg beat Front Royal 4-3. Ball and 2 strikes. Parker Fry from East Stroudsburg awaits. Just low. Even the count 2-2 now. Pazzo sets and pitches. Swing and a foul ball. Every Royal has a base hit tonight except the leadoff man, Jamie Padilla. And Bandits 4-0 against Winchester, including a 15-1 game here just a little over a week ago. 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Full count again. Payoff pitch. Here it is, and it's fouled off to the left side. That'll go out of play and clang off the metal bleachers. Ten runs on 13 hits for the Royals. And we're only in the fifth. Set by Pazos, again with the 3-2. Here it is, and that's another foul ball. And on the hands, left-handed batter Parker Fry, 6'5". Again, 3-2. Again with the pitch, and there's a little tapper back toward the mound. Good play there by Pazos. He'll go home for one, and that's all they'll get, but they get the lead man. Alex had the lunge to his right, snagged that.
Second baseman number 33, Todd Abraham.
So they get Padilla at the plate. So they're still loaded with one down here for Todd Abraham, the second baseman. 2 singles and reached on a strikeout. All right, middle infield moves back here for Woodstock. Ground ball, that'll be to short. Tippett goes to second for one, on to first, and they do get that double play to end the inning. But two more for the Royals, and their lead is double figures. 10-0 over Woodstock, middle of 5. Winchester, a 10-0 commanding lead over Woodstock as we go here to the bottom of the 5th inning. Woodstock has the top of the order. Jordan Evans, Luke Keister, Will Tippett, and they will face a new pitcher. So Antonio Sansone pitched very well, but he's not going to get a chance, well, unless the game ends early. He's pulled after 4 innings, 3 hits, shutout 4 innings. Walked 2, hit a batter, struck out 4. And there's a ball inside from Jake Daly. Right-hander, 6 feet tall from Binghamton. He's out of Bethlehem, PA. Broken bat, shattered bat, but that will get into center field. So Jordan Evans, base hit to start this 5th inning. So a shattered bat base hit for Evans. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 4th hit for Woodstock. Bring up Luke Keister.
Now batting second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
0 for 1 with a sacrifice. And Daly starts with a strike. Here's the ball high. 1-1. Check the out-of-town scoreboard. See what else is going on tonight. 1-1. Dally delivers, and Keister looks at a strike. 1-2. Top of the third in Purcellville. The Cannons have a 1-0 lead over Strasburg. 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball towards second. Fielded there. They'll go to second for one. Relay for first will not be in time. So Abraham to Labriciano to get Evans on the force. Going to bring up Will Tippett. He's been hit by a pitch and walked.
Now batting shortstop, number 12, Will Tippett.
Other games going on in Front Royal. The Cardinals trailing Charlottesville 6-2. They're in the bottom of the sixth there. Tippett takes high. Stanton and Newmarket just underway. Top of the second in Culpeper. A lot of runs early there. Harrisonburg 4-3 over the Cavaliers. Bottom two in Waynesboro. Generals and Covington scoreless. 1-0. That's high. 2 balls and no strikes. Finally feels comfortable here tonight. Two 2-0 with 1 out and 1 on. Woodstock, though, trailing 10-0. Curveball in there for a strike. We'll tip it out of College of Charleston. I get it right. I can talk some nights. Two 2-1 pitch is high. 3-1. Three and one to the Bandits shortstop and takes ball 4. So Will's on for the third time tonight. On base percentage rising. It was pretty high coming in, 421.
Next up, right fielder, number 7, JT Andorowski.
All right, here's JT Andorowski, a single and a strikeout. And up and away from Jake Daly. Bandits have had 2 runners on in 4 of the 5 innings. There's a strike. But nothing up on the scoreboard yet. Winchester's box 1, 1, 2, 4, and 2. All goose eggs on the bottom half. Ball and a strike. And that gets under the catcher Lombardo into the backstop. Keister to third, Tippett to second. Not a bad pitch there from Daly. That's outside now, 3-1. I think Lombardo just didn't get his glove all the way down. Allow the runners to move up 90. So now 3-1 to Andorowski. 1 out. Pitch is a chopper to second. This will get a run home. Abraham over to first. So the Bandits finally score.
Now batting first baseman, number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
Tip it up to third. And for Andorowski, RBI number 18 on the season. And now a visit to the mound. Could be an injury situation here, maybe. Brian Burke out there to the hill, manager of the Royals. So they signal something down to the bullpen from the dugout. Are they going to make a change? Yep, something happened. Looks like pitching hand of Daly. So we've got an injury replacement here. So that means Winchester will go to the bullpen and their reliever will get all the time he needs to get ready. So we'll take a break and come back and tell you about the new pitcher. Bottom of the fifth, Royals up 10-1. All right, new pitcher for the Royals is ready. That's Jack Brooker, 6-foot right-hander from Queens University in Charlotte. He comes from Boulder, Colorado. Numbers for Brooker: no decisions in 3 previous appearances, all out of the bullpen, and a 7.94 ERA. Giving up 5 earned runs on 5 hits and 5 2/3 of an inning. And he comes in here with 2 outs and a runner at third base. 10-1, Winchester with a lead. Bandits have finally gotten on the board here in the last of the 5th. See if they can scratch across another one here, creep back into this. You never know. Breaking ball low and away. Barrett Eldridge fly to left and pop to second. He has had runners in scoring position both times tonight and hasn't been able to deliver, and swings and misses here at a breaking ball. 1-1. One pitch. That's high. Two and one now to Barrett. Young Harris from Brookhaven, Georgia. Off the end of the bat foul over in the Winchester dugout. Evens the count at 2-2. Eldridge, first baseman, number 5 hitter for Woodstock. Breaking ball misses low and away. All right, payoff pitch. That's a tapper to third, fielded there. Throw to first is in the dirt, but scooped up. Jones threw it low, but Fry with the scoop to get Eldridge and in the inning. Woodstock gets 1. We head to the 6th. Royals up 10-1. Moving to the 6th inning now. New pitcher for Woodstock. Justin Silverstein is in. Right-hander, 6'6", from UMass of Boston, out of Shelton, Connecticut.
The top of the 6th inning,
And
catcher number 28,
Silverstein
Trenton
comes in
Lombardo.
with a record of 0-3, but a 3.11 ERA. 8th appearance, and this is his second out of the bullpen. 17 and a third innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. He's walked 21, struck out 29. Goes to work here on Trent Lombardo, the catcher. 2 for 3, including a 2-run home run in the third. And swinging away and missing, and a ball down in the zone, 0-1. Silverstein deals, and fastball gets the outside corner at the knees. Nothing in 2. Silverstein deals, and that's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. Left-handed batting catcher Lombardo takes up and away. 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Silverstein works, and a swing and a miss through the fastball by him. 1 gone.
Next up, the shortstop.
Oh, it's A.J. Lebriciano. Lebriciano. 1 for 3, takes inside for a ball. And a meeting on the mound here between pitcher and catcher. Hey, All-Star game comes up on Sunday in Harrisonburg. The Bandits will have Luke Keister, Will Tippett, J.T. Andorowski, Jordan Evans, Zane Starling, and Sean Keener representing the green and orange. And Barrett Eldridge will be taking part in the home run derby. So all the festivities begin at 3 in the afternoon with the game slated for a 7 o'clock first pitch. All right, back to work. Silverstein deals, and a heater inside corner at the knees. 1-1 to A.J. Lebriciano. 6'2" righty from Rider University. Comes from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes. Pitch and see you later. Another fastball that Lebriciano didn't like, and he has struck out for the 3rd time tonight.
Right fielder number 35, Ian Kaiser.
So back-to-back Ks here for Silverstein. Now it's Ian Kaiser. Got a double, a bunt single, and been hit by a pitch. He scored 3 runs. And he takes high for a ball. Left-handed batting Kaiser from Binghamton. Break out the history notes here. It's 10th day of July. That's a broken bat bouncer up the middle, fielded there by the shortstop. Tippett on to first. And Eldridge gets the low throw to end the inning. And we've seen 2 busted bats here tonight. And Winchester goes in order for the first time tonight. Middle of 6, Royals 10-1. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bandits trailing it 10-1. And Eli Hudgens a swing and a miss. He's 0 for 2. As Jack Brooker back to work for the Royals. Got the final out of the 5th inning. Here's a chopper over the mound towards second. Fielded there by Labriciano. And over to first to get Hudgens. One away. That's Christian Toledo.
Next up, left fielder number 21, Christian Toledo.
Christian a single. And he also struck out. And takes the ball low. Today in history on July 10th down through the years, back in 1901, the Boston Nationals got 15 hits in 12 innings against Pittsburgh, but did not score. That's a record for the most hits with no runs. Ball outside. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Toledo. But came up empty. 2-1. Fastball high and tight. 3-1. Brooker works and swing and a miss. All down and in to Christian. Three-two and strike 3 called. I think Toledo thought it was high and tight, but it caught the zone, says Mr. Umpire, and there's 2 down.
Catcher, number 42.
That's Brady Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Walking a single. Today in 1911, Sherry McGee, who was a star outfielder for the Phillies, got into an argument with umpire Bill Finnegan and knocked him out. 1 punch after being ejected for disputing a called 3rd strike. Ball 1 to Whitaker. McGee was suspended for the season, but upon appeal, he would be reinstated after 5 weeks and 36 games. 1-0 fouled over our heads here at first base. Ball and a strike. Today in 1917, Ray Caldwell went 9 2/3 no-hit relief as the Yankees beat the Browns 7-5 in 17 innings. Two and one to Whitaker. Brady has walked and singled. And a chopper over the mound towards second. Almost a replay of the Hudgens ground ball. And Labrishano is there. Throws to first. And Woodstock goes quietly. Going to the seventh.
Okay, fans.
Royals 10. Woodstock 1.
Ready.
Moving to the seventh inning, and the Bandits go to the bullpen. Cameron Lynch coming in, 6'2" right-hander from West Virginia Tech, out of Fort Ashby, West Virginia.
Leading off the top of the seventh inning for the Royals.
Lynch making his second
18,
appearance. First time out, went 2
Davis.
innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs. He walked 2 and struck out 2. So 10-1 Winchester. 9-1-2 here. Troy Davis, Jamie Padilla, Ben Jones. And there's ball 1. Troy Davis, an RBI double and a single. He scored twice. Justin Silverstein won an inning for Woodstock, gave up 2. Struck out 2. There's a ball outside, 2-0. Brixton Lofgren went 3 1/3 to start this game for Woodstock. 11 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 3. There's a fastball for a strike. Oh, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Troy Davis from East Stroudsburg, Pittston, Pennsylvania. There's a bouncer to the left side. Glove there by the third baseman. Carley on the move. Throw to first, and a nice stretch there by Eldridge to bring it in. And there's one away.
Center fielder number 4, Jamie Padilla.
That's Jamie Padilla. The only Royal without a hit. 0 for 2. He has walked twice. Does have an RBI. And a fastball strike one from Cam Lynch. Breaking ball low and away. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. (10-1) Royals as we play in the top of the 7th. There's a bouncer to short. Tippett fields and throws. 2 away. And now it's the third baseman, Ben Jones.
Now batting third baseman, number 14, Benton Jones.
All right, here's Ben Jones. Couple of RBIs. Shoots one to short. Oh, big hop that comes up on Tippett. And that'll be his second hit of the night. Hit sharply and
Next up,
rolled up on
number 9,
Will
Meyer.
So that's hit number 14. Who do we have? 29. Blake Wood now in left field. Okay. Christian Toledo moves over to center. All right, there's a strike to Cole Meyer, the DH. He's 2 for 4. Oh, 1 to Meyer. Lynch steals strike 2. Meyer, Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Lynch ahead 0-2. Lifts one into left, shallow, coming in and making the grab is Blake Wood. To end it. All right, time to stretch. Middle of 7, Winchester up 10-1. All right, bottom of the seventh inning, Woodstock trailing at 10-1, 9-1-2 hitting. Hayes Carley takes the ball high. He'll be followed by Blake Wood and then Luke Keister. Swing and a foul ball back. 1-1. More history today. In 1932, Indians outfielder Johnny Burnett collects a record 9 hits and 11 at-bats in an 18-inning game, where the A's outscored the Indians 18-17. There's a ball, 2-1. Philadelphia starter Lou Krause knocked out in the first inning, so Eddie Rommel forced to hurl 17 innings in relief. Foul ball back. As manager-owner Connie Mack was trying to save train fare, had only brought 2 pitchers with him on the trip. Rommel went those 17 innings and gave up a record 29 hits. 2-2 now to Carley. Hayes Carley from William Carey. Off speed stays high, 3-2. It is Jack Brooker back out there for Winchester. And the payoff pitch, that's fouled away. Three balls, 2 strikes. Carley takes high. And he's aboard to lead off the 7th inning. That will bring up Blake Wood.
Center fielder, number 44, Jordan Evans.
So Blake Wood up from Montevallo, right-handed batter, 5'11", out of Brunswick, Georgia. Blake is 0 for 3 with an RBI. All right, runner at first here for Woodstock in the 7th inning. Trailing by a bunch. Ball low.
Pinch hitting for the River Bandits, number 29.
Today in 1934, second annual All-Star game, Carl Hubble struck out 5 future Hall of Famers. Foul and out of play. Hubble got off to a shaky start in the first, but then struck out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and then added Al Simmons and Joe Cronin to start the second. But the American League rallied to win it, 9-7. In the dirt, kicks away, and maybe going to third. Yep, there goes Carley to third. He'll make it all the way. As the catcher, Lombardo, couldn't find it, so Brooker had to go chase it down over by the Woodstock dugout. That was a wild pitch. A 2-base wild pitch. And Brian Burkout make sure that ball didn't go out of play, because if it did, it would only be 1 base. All right, so now a man at third base for Blake Wood. Nobody out. How about a big rally on Mike Bocock night? That ball misses. Today in 1947, Don Black of the Indians no-hit the A's. Here's the fly ball into right field. Kaiser in middle right. Makes the catch. A runner tagging from third. Coming home, he will make it as the throw is up the line. Scoring is Carly. Blake Wood with a sacrifice fly. And it's now 10-2.
Next up, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
All right, base is empty now. One out. Luke Keister stepping up. 0 for 2. Does have a sacrifice bunt. There's a ball high. Brooker from Queens University. Opposite field ground ball by Keister right to the second baseman Abraham. He's on to first, and there's 2 away. Now it's Will Tippett. He's been on 3 times, hit by a pitch and a couple of walks. All-Star game today in 51. The NL beat the AL 8-3. Home runs by Stan Musial, Bob Elliott, Ralph Kiner, Gil Hodges for the NL. For Kiner, it was his 3rd All-Star game home run in a row. Ground ball to third. Scooped up there by Jones across the diamond to get Tippett, and that's the inning. Woodstock gets 1. Heading to the 8th. Royals up 10-2. Eighth inning now with the Bandits trailing at 10-2. New pitcher on for Woodstock. It's Will Campo, left-hander from Loyola University of New Orleans. Will, southpaw, standing 5'10", out of Miami, Florida. He'll face 4, 5, and 6, Parker Fry, Todd Abraham, and Trenton Lombardo. And a strike to Fry, the first baseman. 2 for 4, a couple of singles, and an RBI. Out of East Stroudsburg. 0-1 is 0-2. Right at the kneecaps from the lefty Will Campo. 2-0 record, making his 10th appearance. 7.04 ERA. That's hit well into right center field, but drifting back and making the catch is Christian Toledo, now in center field. One away.
Next up, second baseman, number 33, Todd Abraham.
Here's Todd Abraham. 2 for 4 tonight. 14 hits for the Royals. Woodstock's team ERA was below 4. Now it's above 4. I think it might have been below 3 there for a little bit during that 9-game winning streak. And everything is earned tonight. There's strike 1 to Abraham. Look out, screamer. Hopefully didn't hit anybody. Didn't sound like it hit anything. Over the first base dugout. Campo gets ahead. 0-2. And strike 3, outside corner. Abraham down looking.
Next up, catcher, number 28.
2 on for the catcher, Trent Lombardo. 2 for 4, single and a 2-run homer. All-Star game today in 56. beat the American League 7-3. Ken Boyer of the Cardinals made 3 sparkling plays at third base. He also got 3 hits. Mays, Mano, and Williams and Musial all homered. Foul ball. Lombardo from LaSalle. 62, John Kennedy became the first president to throw out the ceremonial pitch in an All-Star game. Maury Wills, the MVP. NL won it 3-1. 1 strike, Campo to Lombardo. To the backstop in the dirt. 1-1. Today in 82, Rangers' Larry Parrish hit his 3rd Grand Slam of the week, tying the Major League record. Jim Northrup of the Tigers did that in 68. 1-1. That misses high. 2-1. Today in 84, on the anniversary of Carl Hubbell's 5 consecutive strikeouts, Fernando Valenzuela and Dwight Gooden combined to fan 6 in a row. In the National League's 3-1 win, Valenzuela struck out 3 future Hall of Famers. Chopped foul at first. Dave Winfield, Reggie Jackson, and George Brett. And Dwight Gooden was the youngest All-Star ever at age 19. Two and two. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the 8th. Campo deals, and a little tapper up the first baseline. That's trouble, and it stays fair, and no play. Well, Campo made the throw, but no chance. I think that's the 2nd swinging bunt we've seen tonight.
Now batting shortstop number 17, H.A. Labruciano.
And that one just trickled right up the line. Stayed inside. Yeah, looks like we got a pinch hitter here. Number 10, Morgan Miller. So Miller to hit for Labriciano, the shortstop.
For the Royals. Number 10, Morgan Miller.
5'10" right-hander from UVA Wise. Bats with 2 outs and 1 on. Ball is a wild one in the dirt. So Lombardo up to second. Morgan Miller from Hamilton, Virginia. That's Loudoun County. That goes down to Wise, Virginia to play for the Cavaliers. All right, 1-0. Campo delivers a bouncing ball to short. Charging and missing it right under the glove of Tippett into left center field. Lombardo coming around to score. That's an error all the way.
Next up, right
That makes it 11-2.
Ian Kaiser.
Just didn't keep the tailgate down as he came in trying to glove it on the run, but let it get under. All right, here's Ian Kaiser. 2 for 3. Double, single, hit by a pitch. Scored 3 times. Lifted into right field. Andorowski starts back, comes in, makes the catch, and that's the inning. One more for the Royals. Unearned this time. 11-2 after 7.5.
Andorowski.
Woodstock hits in the last of the 8th, trailing 11-2. 4, 5, and 6. JT Andorowski, Barrett Eldridge, Eli Hudgens due up. And Jack Brooker back to the hill for the Royals. Steals, and JT fouls it off his foot. More history today. 1990, 6 American League pitchers combined for a 2-hitter and a 2-0 win over the NL. Julio Franco drove in both runs to get the MVP award. JT 1 for 3 with an RBI. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2001, American League 4-1 over the National League. Cal Ripken Jr. homered, got the MVP award. 0-2 is high. Today in 2007, American League won at 5-4. Ichiro went 3 for 3 and had the first inside the park homer in All-Star Game history. 1-2 wave and a miss. Andorowski fooled on an off-speed pitch. One gone here in the 8th. And Barrett Eldridge will be taken down and replaced by whom?
Pinch hitting for the River Bandits, number 18, Jackson
It's
Lucas.
Jackson Lucas. Left-hander, 6 foot tall from Troy, out of Osprey, Florida. All right, here's Lucas. He's 2 for 3 on the season. And takes the ball in the dirt, 1-0. Today in 2009, Jonathan Sanchez of the Giants no-hits the Padres. Today in 2012, NL 8-0 over the American League. 11 pitchers combined on a 6-hitter. Melky Cabrera, 2-run home run, MVP. Brooker deals, and that's a strike. Jackson Lucas. One pitch. Look out. Fouled off the other way. I don't know if the fencing in front of the third base dugout. And today in 2022, Tigers outfielder Robbie Grossman dropped a fly ball, charged with his first error since June of 2018, ending the longest errorless streak by any player in Major League history after 440 games. And those are your history notes from this 10th of July. 1-2. Lifted in the air to left center field. Davis over. He makes the catch. 2 down.
Next up, designate hitter number 30, Eli Hudgens.
All right, here's Eli Hudgens 0 for 3. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. Low and away. Fastball in there for a strike. Off speed is pulled down the line and right, and that'll hook out a play. One and two. Eli, another from Radford, playing on this Bandit squad. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 11-2 Winchester. 1 in the first and second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. They added 1 more in the 8th. Bandits have runs in the 5th and 7th frames. Pulled foul. Hey, Abe Moomaw at first base. Barehanded grab off the carom, lunging for it. All right, 2-2. Outside, count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Brooker deals. And half swing foul. All right, ready to go again with the 3-2. Righty Brooker into his windup and delivers. Swing and a miss, went off speed. Catcher will have to throw down to first, and he does. That's a 1-2-3 inning. 6 in a row set down by Brooker. Moving to the ninth with the Royals up 11-2. All right, here we go to the ninth inning. Will Campo back to the hill. First pitch swing and a laser into center field by Troy Davis. That's his third hit of the game. 2 singles and a double now, and an RBI. So back to the top of the order here, Jamie Padilla. Over 3, does have an RBI and a couple of walks. Foul back. Jackson Lucas stays in the game to play first base, and we think it's Rocco DiPastino behind the plate. Foul ball back. 0-2. Off speed down and in. Check some big league scores today. The Orioles took 2 from the Mets. How about that? 7-3 and 3-1. 1-2 pitch. Campo to Padilla. That is laced into left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Could be extras. Davis rounding second, going to third. And moving into second base, it's Jamie Padilla. His first hit of the game, and now all the starters for the Royals
Next up,
have hits tonight.
14, Benton Jones.
Hit total now up to 17. There's a foul ball off the bat of Ben Jones. He's got a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs. All right, second and third. And there's a ground ball to the right side. Stopped on a dive by Lucas. Throw to the pitcher covering, but not in time. Great play there by Lucas.
Next up, designated hitter number 9, Cole.
But Jones out-hustles Campo to first base. That's a single and an RBI. Davis scores 12-2. Padilla to third. Cole Meyer, the DH, takes a strike. Two for 5. 1 run driven in. Chopper, first baseman has it. Lucas will throw to second for 1. Relay. And, safe is the call. Another run in.
Now batting, first baseman number 27.
So an RBI for Meyer. They get the lead man. Jones retired. 1 out. Score now 13-2. Parker Fry with 2 hits in 5 trips. Looks at strike 1. Reds beat the Marlins 6-0. Cubs 8, Twins 1. That's a final. Fly ball into left field. Wood a long way to go toward the line, and diving attempt. It's a foul ball. He didn't get to it, but outside the line. All right, good effort there by Wood. Long run, then a dive at the end. Couldn't get to it, but the ball was foul off of the bat of Parker Fry. No doubt about this one. That's a base hit to center field. And the hits just keep on coming.
Now batting, second baseman number 33.
19 base knocks
Abraham.
for Winchester. Now Todd Abraham, the second baseman. 2 for 5. An RBI. And strike 1 from Will Campo. Ball and a strike now. Game's in progress in the Bigs. Top of the 7th in Boston. Tampa with a 3-1 lead on the Red Sox. Outside, 2-1. Top of the 6th in New York. Yankees being no-hit. Well, the Mariners, 2-0. Bottom 4, St. Louis. Cardinals 2-zip on the Nationals. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner. 2-2. Braves and A's coming up. Delay in Chicago with the White Sox and Cleveland. Rangers in Anaheim. Diamondbacks in San Diego. 2-2 low and in. Full count. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. Third time Abraham has struck out. Once he reached.
Number 28, Trenton Lombardo.
The 2 going. Here's Trent Lombardo, the catcher. 3 for 5, 2 singles, and a 2-run bomb. Here's ball one inside. Bandits are back here tomorrow to host Percival. Front Royal goes to Winchester. Up and in. Two balls, no strikes. (13-2) Royals. In the dirt, 3-0. Let's go around the Valley League. Percival has a 4-3 lead over Strasburg at Fireman's Field. They're in the 6th inning there. (3-0) pitch. Swing and a miss. Hacking away on 3-0. I think the story of that game is that Strasburg isn't at a dozen runs yet. They've only got 3 on the board. Hitting like their hair's on fire. 3-1. Low for ball 4. And the bases are loaded.
Next up, number 10, Morgan.
And that'll bring up Morgan Miller. Reached on an error when he pinch hit back in the 8th inning. It's Stanton leading in Newmarket 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th there. In Front Royal, Cardinals trail Charlottesville 6-4. That's the bottom of the 9th. There's strike 1 to Miller. Waynesboro 1-0 over Covington in the 7th. They play at Cade Collins. That bounces in. 1-1. And over in Culpeper, they're in the top of the 5th with Harrisonburg 11-6 on the Cavaliers. Here it's been Winchester. Early and often. 1-1 pitch. That's low. 2-1. Brixton Lofgren got the first 2 outs, then gave up 3 bloop singles in a row. 3 good pitches, all in on the hands, and they all went for loopers for the first run of the game. And Winchester kept on hitting. Foul ball back. 2-2. Had a run in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, 2 more in the 5th. 1 in the 8th already, 2 on the board here in the 9th inning. (2-2). Fouled off to the right side. In the dirt. So 3-2. Full count runners are going to go here. Campo sets and pitches, and it's outside for ball 4. It's now 14-2. All right, that'll bring up Ian Kaiser. Bases loaded. I've been saying that a lot the last few games. It's not good. Yeah. Even though one of those games was a 14-7 win over Waynesboro, back into that doubleheader Sunday. All right, Campo starts with a strike to Kaiser. He's 2 for 4. Fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. 8 runs to Culpeper on Monday. 7 runs to Waynesboro in a win in Game 2 Sunday, but game up 16 to Covington. A lot of those were walks in the first game Sunday. And now 0-2. 2 outs, bases full. We're in the 9th. Pitch to Kaiser. In the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Kaiser from Binghamton awaits. Pitch, another one in the dirt. Two and 2. Lifted into left field, coming in and under it, making the catch is Wood to end the inning. But 3 more for Winchester. Last chance for Woodstock, 12 to tie, 13 to win. Bottom of the 9th, Winchester 14 to 2 over Woodstock. And a new pitcher coming in for the Royals. It's our second Sansone. This is Gavin Sansone from Long Island University, a 6-foot lefty out of Belford, New Jersey. We want to know with a save.
Pitch hitting for the River Bandits. Number 24, Diego Vila.
And it'll be 7, 8, and 9. And we got a pinch hitter as Christian Toledo taken down for Diego Villarreal. Diego, switch hitter from Cameron University. 6 feet tall, Golden, Colorado. Diego batting righty against the lefty Sansone. All right, 14-2. I could have had a better result here on Mike Bocock Appreciation Night. But that's the way it goes sometimes. One ball. Swing and a miss. Villarreal. 1-1. And the Bandits are right back here tomorrow as the Percival Cannons come to town. 1-1 pitches inside. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Foul back. Evens the count at 2-2. All right, 2-2. Lefty Sansone. Kicks and deals. And that's outside. Full count. All right, full count. Payoff pitch coming, and Diego swings and misses at a high fastball. One away.
Next up, catcher number 42, Brady Whitaker.
All right, one away. Here's Brady Whitaker. Oh, I'll take it back, Rocco DePastino. I hadn't made the change yet. In my book. And a cut and a miss, 0-1. Rocco from Indian River. Right-hander, 5'10", from Sarasota, Florida. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Two strikes. Fastball up and away. One and two. DePastino awaits, and fastball inside corner, strike three. Aaron Ford will hit.
Now batting number 14, Austin Ford.
Take that back. Austin Ford. Aaron Ford's our coach. If he's hitting, well, that's a story. No, it is Austin Ford. That's a ball up and away. Ford batting .250. 4 RBIs. .1-0, cut and a miss. Austin out of Folsom Lake, a right-hander standing 6'2", comes from Ukiah, California. 1-1, up and away. Two-one in the dirt. 3-1 now. 3-1. Sansone didn't like the ball he got. Still throw it out and get another one before this 3-1 pitch. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's outside, and we play on. Austin Ford walks. That'll bring up
Next up, number 29,
Blake Wood. Sac fly. Back in the 7th inning. He's hitting in the leadoff spot for Jordan Evans. Woodstock hasn't had a hit since the 5th inning. Jake Brooker went 3 1/3, did not allow a hit. Got a pitch up and away. So Brooker stands to win it. Would be his first of the summer. High and outside, 2-0 now. Two balls, no strikes to Blake Wood from Montevallo. That's inside. 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. 3-1 now. Three and 1 to Blake Wood. 2 outs, runner at first. And another walk, because why not? And now we got the pitching coach coming out, Scott Jenkins, to talk with Gavin Sansone. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Luke Keister. Don't know who it is yet. All right, meeting on the mound over, and this game moves on. As a right-handed batter steps up here and takes inside. Connor Spellman hitting for Luke Keister. 2 outs, 2 on. Connor from Jacksonville, 6'4" right-hander out of Oviedo, Florida. That's inside, 2-0. Have you heard of a 13-run, 2-out rally? Well, you never know. That's high. 3-0 now. Nobody's warming up for the Royals. You wouldn't think so with a 12-run lead, 2 outs. Now somebody just jogs down there. And that's a 4-pitch walk. That'll load them up.
Next up, number 12, Will Tippett.
All right, the inning continues with 3 straight walks. Now it's Will Tippett. Takes high for a ball. Will's been hit by a pitch, walked twice, and grounded out. 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Final from Front Royal, Charlottesville's beating the Cardinals 6-4. One ball, one strike. Pitch is in there. 1-2. One-two pitch. That's inside. Tiffett spinning out of the way. Evens the count at 2-2. Purcellville still leading Strasburg 4-3. They're in the 7th. Purcellville here tomorrow. 2-2. 2 outs. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end it. He walked 3, but he also struck out 3 to Gavin Sansone. And the Bandits fall tonight 14-2. We'll come back and wrap it up in a minute. All right, Bandits fall tonight 14-2 to Winchester. As Brixton Lofgren looked like he just got some bad luck in the first inning. After 2 outs, he gave up 3 bloop singles. That got the Royals on the board, but after that, they did not slow down. They got a hit in every inning except 1. They finished with 19 for the game, a 14-2 win. They got 1 in the first. 1 more in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th. The Bandits got their runs in the 5th and 7th innings. Lofgren takes the loss, and he drops to 3-1 on the year. That's the thing, the Bandits starters who've been so good of late, well, just ineffective here as they have now dropped 5 of their last 7 games. And Winchester just hit like crazy. 19 base hits here tonight. Ben Jones had 3 of them with 3 RBIs, 3 hits for Parker Fry, 3 hits for Trent Lombardo, including a 2-run homer, and 3 hits for Troy Davis. They had 14 runs on 19 hits. Winchester made 1 error. They stranded 12. Woodstock had 2 runs, just 4 hits, and nothing since the 5th inning. Nothing after the 5th inning. They made 3 errors, and with the 3 left on in the 9th, they left 10 men on base. Time of the game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Jack Brooker takes the win. He went 3 1/3 hitless. Did give up a run, but he struck out 3. He's going to get the victory. And as I mentioned, Brixton Lofgren will take the loss. Bandits fall to 19-10 on the year. Winchester's up to 17-14. The Bandits' lead in the division was down to a half game. Right now, Strasburg is trailing Purcellville, so if the Express come back and win that one, they would be on top of the division tomorrow. So we will find out what happens and see if the Bandits can put this one in the past real quick and get ready for the Cannons tomorrow. See if they can get back on the winning side of things. All right, that's the final score. Winchester 14, Woodstock 2. We'll see you tomorrow night. And I'm Craig Orndorff signing off for the 2025 Woodstock River Bandits.